there's one more in my collection, which is the blue fruit. And
that's a Chinese clone that no one knows.
So this one looks like, so it doesn't have a flash chip. It looks like maybe it is a Circuit Playground Classic with Bluetooth.
No, it's an Express also.
Oh, okay.
It uses an NRF 52840.
Different processor. Got it.
Yes, and
with the built-in Bluetooth.
Exactly. So
that makes sense. Okay.
And that's a very lovely chip. It has a lot of flash and RAM, and so it's all on board. So you can see the little Bluetooth symbol on it. So that gives that capability to, just like microbits of doing the Bluetooth communication. And that's programmable, and I think MakeCode now supports it, but it didn't for a while.
Cool.
Arduino and CircuitPython, and it can use everything there. And there's a new program in beta that Adafruit's testing out called PyLeap. And what that does is, if you have a Bluetooth connection, say on your programming computer, your laptop, whatever, you can program your Bluefruit through Bluetooth. Nice. You don't have to use USB.
Nice. I've done that with feathers, I feel like. There's a feather where you can program it through Bluetooth. I can't remember if it was an add-on board. I think maybe it was an add-on board at the time that I did that, which was several years ago.
Well, this is pretty new. So programming over Bluetooth is... There's that, and then we've got some web USB capability where one can use a web browser and program some stuff too. So the flexibility of programming is growing.
Yeah.
And so programming over Wi-Fi, programming over Bluetooth, that kind of simplifies that connection where you have to have your board on a USB, and do I have the right cable? And
so if you have something that's sealed or inaccessible out of reach, you can still do some development without having to like tear it all apart.
I think you've got that thing where you've designed products that actually do things, not just fun stuff. And you have your board, and it's embedded in a drone, or it's a sensor in a box that some scientist is going to put out in the desert and measure something, or in the Antarctic, something. And that
an underwater hole scrubber for boats.
There you go. And it's like, how are you supposed to get to that? You're supposed to dredge it up and then somehow open it up and plug a USB cable into it. It's like, no, that's not what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You've got to have...
We're not waterproofing a programming port. Sorry. It's not going to happen.
So, over-the-air updates of some sort is kind of like, that is what things have to be. And you start getting into all this as far as code signing to make sure there's no malicious code, that your barnacle scrubber doesn't eat a hole into your hull because somebody, hacked it or whatever, take your drone and fly it to the bad guy's lair and whatever. So there's a whole bugaboo about how to do things and do things well, and then make things easy for folks, of the educational and the developers.
Those times it's mutually exclusive, make something really secure, but then it's difficult for an end user to actually use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the asset tracking market's been kind of like that. I mean, you can either pay for insecure and easy, or secure, and it's like, how the heck do I even cope with this thing? A manual this thick, just to try to figure out how to do things.
Yeah. Cool. Bob says he's been seeing PyLeap in social media, and he's like, it allows coding over the Bluetooth, and thinks that's pretty cool. Yeah, totally.
There's PyLeap. We've been doing Whippersnapper, which is the no-code programming.
Oh, interesting. I'm not familiar with that at all.
yeah, it kind of ties into things like Adafruit IO. I mean, it's the fact that you can take a screen and define the actions you want to do. Think kind of if this then that kind of
Hmm.
type automation level, and you say what you have, say what you want to do with constraints and everything,
Yeah.
and it just works, and there's no code and there's no compiler errors or little light blinking that says no, I don't like that.
I like
So
compiler errors. I know I'm weird. Well, I'm like, oh, okay, these are the distinct things that are issues, that are the problems, and now I know where to look, and now I know what to do to fix it in general. I mean, sometimes you get something really obscure, but yeah. But
I'm sure you've ignored a few too.
oh, for sure, for sure.